Good evening, Pisces. Welcome to my channel, Spirit Now Incorporated. It's an absolute pleasure to have you with me this evening. I am recording on the evening of the 27th of January. I am hoping that all of you are doing well out there in the world. Pretty soon, forthcoming here on the 3rd of February, all of the planets that have been retrograde will be going direct. Yahoo! Everyone will be thrilled about that because it will seriously allow a lot of the blockages that we've, all of us that have been experiencing some sort of blockings will be slowly but surely lifted, allowing us the wonderment of being able to move forward with that which we desire. Now, I want to just reflect back to the beginning of the month, if I may, for just a moment, and then I'll delve into the energies of the full moon that we just had on the 17th of January, and I will complete the forecast with some guided energies through the Animal Spirit Oracle deck along with the Rider-Waite Tarot to close out the forecast. This being said, I just want to, in reflection back to the first part of January, even commencing around the middle toward the end of December, we had for you Pisces, Venus, the planet of love and money as well. It was retrograde in the sign of Capricorn, and for you Pisces, this fell in your 11th house of friendships, hopes and wishes as well. And you may have been releasing some old associates and or friends. We had Jupiter returning into Pisces on the 28th of December, and it has remained and will remain in Pisces until May 10th. And this for you, Pisces, being that it's now back in your sign, is therefore in your first house. And when it's falling in your first house, it's allowing you to perhaps feel the benefic energies to pursue some of your personal and professional goals that you have been stifled with in the most recent past. You may also be feeling quite confident, and having you also delve further into listening more to your innermost guides, your spiritual intuition, conferring with the spiritual realm, the spiritual council, God, whichever term you wish to label. This is what Jupiter and Pisces in your sign is allowing you to do, for those of you that look at this elevated form of consciousness. And for those of you who are not at this time, you're feeling instinctively to do so. Now, the new moon in Capricorn, which was 12 degrees on the 2nd of January, fell also with respect to your career and recognition. Some of this is being very strongly aspected and had been aspected around that new moon on the 2nd, with this falling in your 11th house. Now, Saturn, who is the ruler of the new moon, is something we also have to look at in this transit. And Saturn fell in your 12th house. So with respect to new beginnings and friendships, you were looking at new people and connecting with new people and having them become part of your relationship arena. And for a lot of you Pisceans, these new people that have and or will be becoming part of your friendship circle, they will be in your life for quite some time, for quite a long time. So also this can be an association and can play out with business partnerships as well. Investments in business would be beneficial also during this transit. This transit will be continuing for quite some time. So not just throughout the month of January, but into the next several months forthcoming. So many of you Pisceans have been looking at improving and or investing your time also in an arena and or work arena of the humanitarian field and humanitarian causes. Now, Mercury was retrograde on the 14th. It is still retrograde, but will be moving forward in your 7th house on the 3rd of February. And Mercury is the planet of the brain. It's the planet of communication. So it also, rules anything contractual. If you're starting something new, like a new business, it would be better to wait until around the 5th or the 6th of February, because Mercury will be moving direct as of the 3rd of February, and it will be out of that shadow phase around the 4th, and then all systems go from that point on. So if you are needing to sign anything contractual with respect to anything residential, or perhaps a new business for yourself, or even an employment opportunity during the time that Mercury is retrograde, which is still the case as of the evening that I'm recording this forecast on the 27th of January, it's beneficial to just be mindful of the details so that there's no room for miscommunications or misunderstandings. Now with this Pisces new moon, it's also a transitory phase of healing arenas within your inner and outer foundation, connected with relationships, because it very much touched on your 4th house as well. So there could have even been areas of holistic healing that you've been delving into, as this is another way that this transit can play out. Forms of alternative healings, whether they be in the holistic realm or the spiritual realm, or both. Very, very beneficial for you Pisces to engage in, indeed. Now, moving forward, as of the 17th of January, we had the full moon 27 degrees in Cancer. And for you Pisces, this fell in your 5th house of creativity, and asking yourself, what is within your most inner creative realm that is important to you, that you have perhaps sat on, repressed in any fashion. It's allowing you this time of transition to really look at your own gifts and abilities and move forward with them, because they will bring you enjoyment and fulfillment, and you're aligning yourself to who you truly are. Very, very beautiful transit with this full moon in Cancer for you Pisces. So this is some of the astrology that has been going on for you Pisces throughout the month of January, with the new moon in Capricorn, as I just have been reflecting back to, that commenced on the 2nd of January, and the full moon in Cancer at 27 degrees that commenced on the 17th of January. And both of these energies will be playing out into February as well. So I did want to share this astrological information with you Pisces, because it's really a beneficial time, especially all systems go from the 4th of February onward, to pursue that which you desire. Now, I'd like to commence the balance of this forecast by just taking a look at some of your energies that you've been experiencing throughout January, and perhaps even stemming back into December of 2021. We won't look too deeply at them, but will provide us with a bit of a foundation as to some of the details that you've been dealing with Pisces, and how you're taking those healthy transitions into your current and forthcoming energies, not only for the balance of January 2022, but also moving forward into February. This is going to be, I think, a much healthier year for all of the zodiacs, for all of us that have the ability to move forward with our desires, personally and professionally. There have been some very challenging and heavy times throughout these last several years, since 2008 particularly, and certainly specifically within the last 2 and 3 years. with a lot of the the worldly changes that have been happening, not only within our individual lives, but collectively, and how that has affected us. So I did just want to point that out. And this being said, let's move forward, Pisces, and take a look at some of the energies that some of you Pisceans perhaps have been navigating through in your most recent past, current, and forthcoming energies. And then we'll get some details with the Rider-Waite Tarot, and we'll close out with one card from the Enchanted Map Oracle deck. All right. So let's take a look, Pisces. Thank you to all of you who are tuning in with me this evening. I have been away for a while. It's been a busy and hectic couple of months for all of us, myself included, and I do apologize for the delay. And thank you to all of you who have been patient. And I am in hopes of the guidance that I am providing, that it will indeed be of help to a lot of you, if not most of you Pisceans out there. All right, cutting the deck. So for you Pisces, in your most recent past energies, the first card out for you, we have the Lion Spirit. And it speaks of being generous to yourself and to others. Now, it did come up in the reverse. This is in your most recent past energies, probably the last 8 months, even the past couple of years. It can go out as long as that. And for some of you Pisceans, it's been in the last 2-3 months, 6 weeks even. And you're just you've been going through some challenging times, as we all have been, and perhaps you've been feeling that with the hard work that you have been putting forth in your personal and your professional arena, that perhaps you haven't felt that the reciprocity has been generous, not only from yourself to yourself, but from others. So that's some of the recent past energies you've been coming through, and I think a lot of you have already come through that, and knowing that in the times that you were perhaps feeling a lack of generosity even to yourself, you found a way to shift those energies in a healthy way, and no doubt was very beneficial for you to do so, as typically would be the case. Now, in your current energies, we have the Armadillo Spirit. I hope you can see this beautiful armadillo. And it speaks of, setting healthy boundaries. Now, it is in the upright, which indicates to me that a lot of you Pisceans have been setting healthy boundaries, and it could be stemming back to, feeling a lack of generosity that perhaps was sans in your past, meaning that it was not presented to you in a fashion that you had hoped. And as a result, you decided to, set boundaries, not only for yourself, but towards others, so that you can be generous to yourself. And that's certainly where all things start. All change starts with the self. And you Pisceans that are connecting and resonating with this forecast have recognized that. And as a result, you have been setting some healthy boundaries for yourself in the arenas of that have been required. So this is very positive to see. And you also have the support of the divine, the spiritual number, numerically of number 3, which is indicative of spiritual counsel. So this is beautiful, beautiful energies that some of you Pisceans, if not a lot of you, have been tapping into to turn that which hasn't been kind to you from the self to the self, and from others that you were hoping to receive, and setting boundaries and saying, listen, this is what I bring to the table. Now, what are you bringing to the table is what I'm hearing for somebody, maybe if that's just even for one individual. And that's very healthy to do. So in your forthcoming energies, we have the Dragonfly Spirit, about transcending illusions. Now, for you Pisces, it did come up in the reverse, and we have, this is what the card looks like in the upright. I hope you can see it. It did come up in the reverse, but it has the master number of 22, which is telling me that a lot of you Pisceans are very much connecting with your spiritual council. Now, having said that, you with the energy having come up in the reverse in your forthcoming energies, some of you Pisceans have been experiencing some illusions of the arenas of which you've been trying to transform and therefore transcend. And it has been, challenging to do that because, no doubt, because of the energies that we have been going through in the past couple of years in specific. But also for the last 13 years, there have been some very challenging times for all of us. And you Pisceans are therefore not alone in navigating through the energies. But for those of you that have been doing your best to do so and to recycle those energies and wanting to transcend those illusions, it has required you to set healthy boundaries for yourself. And for those of you that have been, perhaps greater challenged in doing so, that's why you're still feeling restricted, and the card is, or the energy of this card is to remind you that, oftentimes when we are dealing with, high anxiety in any arena of our life, it's important to connect through meditation and prayer, because it does help us discern what is real and what isn't. And this is what this energy is very much reminding you of, Pisces, is to transcend that which is an illusion and set those boundaries to be able to transcend those illusions so that you can move forward in the arenas of which you desire, which again I think will be very much easier to do as we move into February. I would say from the 4th, 5th of February onward. So I want to clarify some of these energies that you've been navigating through, Pisces, with some details from the Rider-Waite Tarot. And let's take a look at your most recent past energies briefly of, feeling a lack of generosity either to yourself or from others to yourself, or vice versa. And let's clarify that energies with the Rider-Waite Tarot. It's just been, some heavy times, and Uranus that has been stationed in Taurus is the planet of the universe, and it has been, delving into some, very heavy and transformative energies to push all of us zodiacs forward. And when it's been in conflict with Saturn in Aquarius, Saturn has been in Aquarius since March of 2020, and Uranus has been in the sign of Taurus, an earth sign, a fixed sign, since 2018. I don't remember the month, but I think it's December of 2018, if I'm not mistaken. 2018 for certain. And now that Uranus has moved direct as of the latter part of January, it will help push all of us forward to become our authentic selves. And that's what Uranus does. It comes in very suddenly, and it asks us to make healthy changes for ourselves. And when it's been in conflict with Saturn, and those two have been fighting in the solar system for the last couple of years. In particular, Saturn is restrictive and wants everything to stay the same because it's traditional, and Uranus is saying, no, it's time to move forward. Uranus is the sign of revolution. It's the sign of being rebellious when it doesn't get its way, when it comes from the negative aspect. The positive aspect is that it is the sign of the universe. It is the planet of the universe, the energy of the universe, and the universe wants us to move forward because the universe is constantly changing. And therefore, as above, so below, we as a collective, regardless of zodiac signs, are being asked to move forward to become our best selves, whatever that means. And if we don't take the initiative to do that ourselves by listening to our intuition and navigating with that guidance, Uranus will come in and do it for us. And oftentimes that is very uncomfortable because we're unprepared. So it's best to flow with these energies as best as possible, and to listen to our higher selves, to allow those changes to come in a little bit more smoothly, but ultimately to flow with them, to move forward, to grow, and to become our authentic best selves is what the planet Uranus, from its higher octave, wants for us. It ultimately has our best interests in mind. So this is something to bear in mind. This being said, let's take a look at the details for you Pisces. And the first card out, we have the Knight of Wands in the reverse. Now, the Knight of Wands is an element of fire. Wands are indicative of the fire element, therefore is an action card. And again, in your recent past, it's been some challenging times to move forward, to take action, to be not only generous to yourself, but to ask that of others. There have been some difficult aspects to deal with, and it has certainly reflected in any actions that you've been wanting to take for yourself, Pisces, personally or professionally, in the most recent past. I think a lot of you have already come through this, so we're not going to stay on this energy for too long. But there was a moment in time for some of you, if not for a lot of you, where it was difficult to move forward, to take action. You were being restricted from doing so, and that was making a lot of you Pisces feeling very frustrated. Clarifying that King of Wands, we have the Two of Cups in the upright. And yes, here you are, Pisces, giving yourself love, being generous to yourself. It is the energy of reciprocity from your spirit to the galactic spirit, and the galactic spirit back to your spirit, and wanting that to reflect itself in your outer environment. And when that wasn't available to you because of being restricted for whatever that reason was in your most recent past, you turned within yourself to give yourself that self-healing and being generous to yourself, self-care, self-love, self-nurturing, nourishing your spirit, nourishing your heart, nourishing your body, nourishing your mind. That's what this energy is indicative of. And you've taken that, definitely, a lot of you Pisceans, into your current energies because you set up the healthy boundaries, as this energy in the upright has verified, and clarifying that armadillo spirit in your current energies, Pisces. There you are, beautiful Pisces, the hand of the divine energy in the upright, very positive. This is the hand of the divine offering you, Pisces, the cup of love, the dove of peace, and an abundance of flourished inner healing, and allowing that inner healing to blossom in your outer realm, to move forward in your current energies. Beautiful. Some of you Pisces in the most recent past have really pushed forward, gone into your most inner self, done the work, transcended the illusion of not feeling self-worth, and said, yes, I am worthy. Yes, I am going to move forward. Yes, I do want to transform these areas of my life to make a better life for myself by being my best authentic self. And you have certainly done so. And the divine, the universe, has listened to you and has heard you and has offered you this beautiful support and energies from the divine, and who the divine chooses for you to help you to move forward, because you set the healthy boundaries to receive the blessings. Beautiful Pisces, beautiful. Clarifying the Ace of Cups, Pisces. Yeah, beautiful. Eight of Cups in reverse. You just, a lot of you Pisceans that were, feeling stagnant here in the past because of restrictions, giving yourself the opportunity to heal within yourself by setting healthy boundaries, and no longer listening to the naysayers of the past, as the Eight of Cups in reverse indicates some of you had, challenging times walking away, as this energy in the reverse would indicate. But a lot of you, Pisceans, did walk away. And, this energy is also indicating to me intuitively that you're not allowing the past to infiltrate the wonderment of your current and forthcoming energies that you wish to manifest for yourself, personally or professionally. Beautiful. Some of you are still being challenged, as this card would indicate. You're still being, sometimes, the negative energies of illusions want to filter into your mind and into your spirit and hinder you from receiving this love and this support from the universe, of which you have been asking for, and a lot of you Pisceans have been receiving. Some of you are still being challenged by that, as this would be indicated in the reverse, but you're pushing forward, because this energy is much stronger than this. And that is what I am instinctively feeling for you Pisceans, and that's what needs to be focused on. So keep moving forward, Pisces. Keep setting up the healthy boundaries for yourself and move forward and transcend this illusion. Turn it back in the upright. Letting the illusions go would be indicated by this energy in the upright, which for some of you is still in the reverse. And that's because you need to stay focused on the hand and the spirit of the divine guiding you and helping you to navigate forward. Stay focused on this energy to help you transcend the illusions as you move forward in your forthcoming energies. Let the past be in the past. Rewrite the script, move forward. Clarifying the dragonfly spirit. We have the Empress in reverse. Yeah, a lot of you Pisceans that are still, working on transcending the illusions, working on lifting the restrictions that have held you back. It has affected your inner self-worth. Typically, when the Empress is in the upright, she allows the divine to come in. She just, metaphorically speaking, as these are all energies, these are not generic. But moving forward, this energy allows the divine to govern her. And for a lot of you Pisceans, you've been challenged to do that, because in your forthcoming energies, some of you are still, wondering, well, do I have to go and get it, or is it coming? The answer is, after you've done the work that you can do, Pisces, stay focused on the divine to govern you from within through meditation and prayer. And that energy that you receive from the divine will help you to not feel so unsettled by just sitting back and wondering, when your ships are coming in. They're coming in, but they will come in the timing of the divine, which is what this energy is confirming. In your current energies, that is what's to stay focused on, so that you can continue to transcend the illusions of which some of you Pisceans are still struggling with. Not all of you, but some of you are, and it's understandable. We're all going through challenges that we're still coming out of. So the key is to stay focused. Stay focused on how Spirit is guiding you to transcend that which you desire. And then the illusions will fall away, and you won't be feeling so unsettled, as this energy indicates in the reverse. Clarifying the Empress. Beautiful. We have, this is actually the Six of Swords. Now it did come up in the reverse. For some of you, the desire to move forward still remains restricted, because typically if it's in the upright, I would say that a lot of you are leaving choppy waters and moving into smoother, calmer waters, because you're moving forward. You are still moving forward. It's just delayed because, Mercury, the planet of communication and travel, also is still in retrograde motion. And that is just being, has been hindering even transportation issues with respect to forward movement. And so it's not to say that you aren't moving forward. It's to say that some of you are moving forward slowly as you transition into the healthier realms and arenas for yourself. And some of you, the forward motion is still being delayed because you're still healing. You're still needing to heal and allow the divine to come in to help you set up those boundaries, to transcend the lack of generosity that you have, perhaps given yourself and or have been receiving or not receiving from others, transcending that and allowing the spirit to move through you in its divine timing and to help you to move forward in its divine timing, as would be indicated by this card in the reverse. This merely suggests a delay for some of you, not for all of you, but for some of you, for those of you who are resonating with this forecast. Now, I want to clarify the balance of this forecast with one card from the Enchanted Map Oracle deck to see if we can get a final detailed message for some of you Pisces who are moving forward, Pisces, one step at a time. This merely indicates that for some of you, you're just, you're being delayed. And when there's a delay, it's typically, universally speaking, when you come from the spiritual aspect of a forecast, it's for your own protection. It's for your own highest and best good. So this is not negative. You are being protected. You are being guided, by the divine, personally and professionally. So if there are delays, it's reminding you to set up boundaries within yourself, to not let that, naysayer of negativity come within your mind and within your spirit. Stay focused on the divine and understand that any arenas you wish to move forward with, personally or professionally, you will be able to do so. But February will probably be the better time to do that. And right now there's just a delay. It's not that it's not happening, it's just delayed. And that's why you're feeling unsettled. And that's totally understandable. But be discerning on what you're feeling unsettled about, and allow that discernment to release the illusions of why you haven't been able to move forward. The only reason that some of you have been challenged in moving forward is because you're being divinely protected through the delay. The divine's timing is never our timing, but the divine's timing always knows best for our own health and welfare. So please don't forget that, Pisces. Stay focused. Stay focused on the universal counsel by going deep within meditation and prayer to help you stay focused on this energy right here. Very, very important. I want to clarify this forecast, as I mentioned, with one card from the Enchanted Map Oracle deck. Let's see what we have for you, Pisces. What is the final message for Pisces for January 2022? Beautiful, Pisces. Ride the wave. This is exactly what I've been sharing with you throughout this entire forecast, not only astrologically, but with the Oracle and Tarot, is to stay focused on the divine's guidance. The divine is guiding you through love and through the wings of counsel and through the radiant light of the crown chakra, your crown chakra being enlightened by the spirit, by spiritual counsel. And in so doing, helping you to go with the flow. You're riding the wave. See these dolphins, how they're being catapulted out of the ocean? That's the planet of Uranus. Uranus is the planet of the universe, and suddenly and without notice will catapult you out of the waters, out of these stormy waters that have restricted you in the past here, where you felt, that there was a lack of support or generosity, not only from yourself or from others toward you. You set up healthy boundaries, some of you. Walking away has been challenging from the naysayers. For some of you, you're still navigating through that. and are being divinely protected as you are being delayed for your own best interests in a transition you wish to make, because you're staying focused on the counsel of the divine. And in so doing, the universe is going to catapult you very suddenly out of this stormy ocean and allow you to beautifully land on the foundation that's healthiest for you, personally or professionally, that will allow, a new world to open up for you, Pisces. Spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, in every arena of your life. These dolphins are traveling in a pair. This is you and your spiritual council. Right here. The number 14 reduces to a 5, indicative of change. So a lot of you Pisceans are making changes. Some of you, at different speeds than others, because this is just a general forecast. And so therefore, all of you Pisceans timings will be different because you're all born at different times and different dates and different places and different years. But the generic energy is the same. The universe is catapulting you out of these stormy waters that have hindered you from the past, allowing you to make the changes in the divine's timing that is best and healthiest for you Pisceans. And you're choosing to ride that wave. You're letting that wave catapult you and push you forward, which is what Uranus does. And in so doing, you will land very positively and have the ability to leave the past behind and move forward. And that will be a lot easier to do with respect to at least astrological energies from the 4th of February onward. All the planets, including Uranus, which has been retrograde for a couple of years, are moving forward. So there will be no roadblocks to allow you to move forward. Don't forget that, Pisces. Bear that in mind when you're having frustrating moments. I do hope that this forecast has been of help to a lot of you Pisceans. Stay focused. Stay within your own counsel, spiritual, galactic, whichever name you wish to label it. The key is to stay focused, to help you to move with the planet and the energies of Uranus, the planet that rules the universe, and catapult you out of the negativity that a lot of you Pisceans have been engaged in, leaving it in the past and allowing the divine to guide you forward in a beautiful and healthy way. Stay focused on that, Pisces. I will see you soon for February. Until then, thank you to each of you that subscribe, like, and share my channel. I deeply appreciate it. It does help it to grow. And I always enjoy being able to help where I am able for those that resonate. And it does allow the channel to reach out to others as well that are looking for guidance. And I'm extremely humbled and thankful. I wish you well, Pisces. We'll see you soon. Enjoy the balance of January. Ride the wave. Let the divine guide you. Ride the wave and maintain healthy boundaries for yourself so that you can keep the negativity of the past where it belongs, in the past. Thank you, Pisces. See you soon. Good night for now.